This is the best Modern Warfare 2 DLC ever!
Well, why hello there guys, my name is Orb and welcome back to another gameplay commentary. We're playing some Modern Warfare 3, rocking the MP7 Silencer Rapid Fire combination. We're playing Domination? No, we're not, we're playing Kill Confirm. Hold on, bear with me. We're playing Kill Confirm, yeah, I saw the tags. So yeah, we're playing Kill Confirm. I get a MOAB, I think I get 80 plus kills, 81 to 6 I believe, and I get on like a 6 streak I believe. It would have been a double MOAB if I would have died in between, I think. This gameplay is kind of old, so don't don't quote me on it. But yeah, it's a very high intensity gameplay. I've tried to speed it up a bit, so if it looks like, whoa, how are you running this quick? How are you shooting this quick? I've sped up the entire gameplay, so it's going a bit faster than the regular speed, so don't be alarmed if you notice it, yeah, if you notice it going a bit quick. But yeah, that's pretty much everything we're gonna say about the gameplay. I want to talk about fitness once again, since you probably saw about the title. I want to talk about more tips for you guys as far as starting out and what to think about and that kind of deal. And briefly in the previous episode or previous video about fitness, I'm probably gonna link it down below if you wanna check it out, or an annotation, something like that. But I talked briefly about educating yourself, because that's very important. I mean, if you wanna get the best results, if you wanna try and avoid injuries and try to get tips and tricks on the way, educating yourself as what muscles am I using in these exercises, what should I think about with the food, what should I try and stay away from as far as food and exercises goes. And there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm just gonna say this because I feel like I need to say this in the beginning of every fitness video so you won't get it wrong. I am not an expert. I am not a trained professional in this subject or training overall. I am a guy who has educated himself by reading online and on books and that kind of deal to try and improve my own results and trying to improve my overall progress while working out and trying to get healthy. So I'm by no means an expert. There's probably guys out there that can give you better advice and more specific things that you can actually do, because we're all different. What I know is that, well, what I kind of know is what is working for me. I'm learning new things each and every day when I read articles, when I when I train. If I've been training biceps for let's say 6 months, I'm gonna notice changes as far as, oh, these exercises actually give me a better pump. These exercises give me a better results, or something like that. So we're all different in that regard. So what works for me might not work for me. But some of the tips that we're gonna talk about in this episode are kind of general. They're not really this works for me kind of deal. It's kind of general. So what I want to talk about, as I said in the beginning, we're going to talk about educating yourself, and you need to get out there and try to read as much as you can. If you're wondering about how can I improve the most strength, go on Google or go on YouTube, search for fitness, bicep workouts, or something like that, because a lot of people, I see a lot of people at the gym doing doing exercises incorrectly, and I was one of those guys. I was one of those guys that in the beginning, I didn't really know. I mean, I saw a lot of people in the gym doing, bicep curls a certain way, so I was like, yeah, that's the way to do it. And then I was like, oh, you're not supposed to throw the weight up with your back. That's not how you're supposed to do bicep curls. So, I've just sort of educated myself by looking at others, which is not really the best way you can do, because a lot of people do it incorrectly, and you get the wrong idea by studying them and looking, oh, they seem to be they're huge. I mean, this guy at the gym, he's so huge and he's doing bicep curls with fucking throwing his back out, about to snap some shit up. But a lot of people don't do the exercises correctly, and they don't eat correctly, and they're still huge. So you're like, oh, well, he seems to be doing something right. Once again, what works for him might not work for you. And if you're starting out, if you haven't been working out a lot, if you start putting on as much weight as him or trying to emulate how he does his movements, you might be on the fast track of, fucking throwing your back out or hurting yourself. And if you hurt yourself, you're gonna be away from the gym, because, if you hurt your back, that's gonna eliminate a lot of exercises, because you use your back, whether you think about it or not, you're using your back in a lot of exercises. So you gotta be very careful. I mean, while starting out, I would say very cool. Take it very cool. Start very easy. and just try and feel for, oh, how much weight can I actually put on before I start, you know, noticing that, you know, hey, I might not be able to do this. You don't want to do a bench press and pack on, you know, 200 pounds and like, yeah, I can do this because this guy can do it. We're all different, so you want to try and take it especially cool in the beginning. And, you know, I started way too hard, and I lost motivation. I was like, oh, I can't lift so and so much, you know, kilograms at the bicep curls. Oh, I'm never gonna get strong. We're all starting from, you know, page 1. We aren't born with having huge starting out with having huge muscles and being able to lift, you know, tons of weight. We gotta gradually increase our strength by by stimulating our muscles. And, you know, it's gonna take a lot of time, and you're not gonna be able to lift, you know, big amounts of weights right away. So once again, educate yourself on both, you know, the food that you put in your belly, the food that you devour. I mean, I would probably say from the things that I've read and from the things that I've heard from others, and from what works for me as well, the food is probably 60%. How your healthy foods is probably 60% and working out is 40. I mean, you can lose weight and you can get really lean by not doing any exercises at all, only focusing on your food. So, you know, if you want to get faster results and perhaps, you know, put on muscles, you're gonna have to stimulate your muscles, and then you might have to actually go to the gym and work out. Not saying you have to go to the gym. You can, of course, do exercises at home if you have, you know, dumbbells and barbells, or if you just want to do, you know, free weights, as far as, you know, your own body weight with push-ups and sit-ups and that kind of deal. There's a lot of exercises you can do, and, you know, once again, educate yourself and start off very easy, very small, and gradually increase it over time. But yeah, definitely educate yourself both on your foods and on your workouts, how to do the workouts incorrectly. No. Well, kinda. I mean, you want to educate yourself, and okay, this is how not to do the bicep curl. This is how not to do a push-up. And of course, try and you know, educate yourself that way. So that is pretty much everything I had to say for this video. Educate yourself both on the food front and also on the exercises front. And yeah, once again, give it time. Yeah, just go, man. Just go. That's all I have to say. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have any feedback or further comments or questions, please put them down in the comment section below. And yeah, that will be everything. So hope you have enjoyed. Check out the description below. And yeah, that will be all. Later, guys. Bye.
UAV online. Counter UAV up, they're blind. UAV online. Withdraw. Didn't even break a sweat. Nice work.